Welcome back. Well, we have Dr. Michael Waldman here from Hoag, and he's got some things to say about cholesterol, and he is with internal medicine. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you.
And so, we were talking a little bit beforehand, what is the difference between good cholesterol and bad cholesterol?
So most of us refer to good cholesterol as the HDL, the high density lipoprotein, and that's been shown to be protective. So it's a genetically thing that if your HDL is high, you're born with it.
Okay.
And we can do a little bit to get the HDL up, such as exercise. So what we recommend, 30 minutes of a sustained walk, I say 7 days a week.
Okay.
That will bring your HDL up a little bit.
Okay.
But that's been shown to be protective in our blood. Versus the LDL, which is the bad portion of the cholesterol, that's what we want to try to get as low as possible.
Okay, and then also what we were talking about is, foods. Are there certain kinds of foods that you can eat to help keep your cholesterol down?
There are foods we can eat, but a lot of our cholesterol is genetically determined.
Okay.
So foods help. I particularly like a plant-based diet, but I try to moderate. So, for example, I won't stay away from meat, but
right.
I might have meat maybe 2-3 times a month.
Okay.
I try a plant-based diet.
Okay. Well, that's probably hard for a lot of people to do because they really do like to have chicken and steaks and things like that. I mean, many of us, I know I have grown up with just meat and potatoes.
Oh, sure.
So
did I.
Right. So
right?
then here you're trying to change your diet, which must be pretty difficult.
So yeah, I eat chicken, I eat fish, but I try to stay away from the red meat.
Okay.
All right. So, and then it depends what risk group you're in, whether you're going to get treated or not.
Right.
There's 2 different risk groups. There's patients who have disease, like coronary artery disease, patients who have strokes, patients who have peripheral vascular disease. Those patients pretty much all get a statin.
Okay, so now what are some of the things that you're experiencing with our age group, which is 55 and above, our residents? So what are some of the things that you're seeing?
So I see a lot of vascular disease, whether they've had a chest x-ray where we'll see calcifications in their coronary arteries or in their aorta. So once you see that, you know they have coronary artery disease. Okay. So I have a talk with my patients about their calcifications, and pretty much it doesn't matter to me what their cholesterol is. If I see calcifications on one of their imaging modalities, I'll want them on a cholesterol lowering drug.
Okay, all right, great. And then, what are some of the warning signs? Is there a warning sign for high cholesterol?
Not really. Unfortunately, it's a silent disease. Short of people who are born with familial hypercholesterolemia, those patients will have xanthelasma, which is these deposits of fatty material along their tendons. So you can actually see it around their eyes sometimes. You can see it on their hands. Very rare. But those patients absolutely need a cholesterol lowering drug.
Okay, and then, for instance, like having a blood drawn every year. I mean, is that something you need? Can you tell from a blood?
So that's how
sample?
we tell. So you can't tell by looking at people. You can just draw their blood and find out what their total cholesterol is, their LDL and HDL, and making a decision based on other risk factors. Plus, there's also online tools that you can use from the American Heart Association that you can plug in their cholesterol, their LDL, their sex, whether they have hypertension, whether they're treated, and it gives you a risk, a 10-year risk.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's online and it's available.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, once you find out that someone does have high cholesterol, what are some of the treatments that you have? I know you said a statin, so tell me a little bit about some of those treatments.
So statins have been the mainstay since I was in my training. I think the first drug that came out was lovastatin, Mevacor, and they provide about a 26% risk reduction in coronary events.
Okay.
So if patients want to do everything they can to lower a coronary risk, and I say go on a statin. If you have diabetes, all diabetics should be taking a statin.
Oh, really?
Okay. Because we consider diabetes a coronary artery equivalent.
I see.
So those patients are at high risk for disease. They should be on a statin.
Okay. Now, is there a difference between, like, if you found someone that didn't have high cholesterol and then there's someone who does have high cholesterol and they are on a statin. Is there a difference between when they should follow up with you?
So I like to do blood work at least every year to monitor for side effects. So side effects of statins can be liver abnormalities less than 1%. Some people do get muscle aches on these drugs, but I say as a physician you got to be pretty certain that they're related to the drug before you stop it, because you don't want to stop something that's beneficial for patients.
Right.
So muscle aches happen in about 10% of patients on these drugs.
Okay, well great. Is there anything else you'd like to say about that?
There's some newer drugs that are on the market that are for people who have cardiac events, who have high cholesterol despite statins, and these work on an enzyme process. They're extremely expensive drugs, so whether insurance pays for them or not is a difficult issue.
Right. Now, is that just something that's being tested now, or
Well, yeah, they're
on the market?
They're on the market, FDA approved.
Okay.
PSK9 drugs are available now.
Okay. Well, now we just have to wait till the price comes down.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you so much for the information.
You're
It was
welcome.
nice to have you on.
Okay.
And remember, if you want to maintain your cholesterol, Dr. Waldman suggests that you stay on a plant-based diet, if you can try that at least. All right. We'll be right back after this.